The candles were lit, the cake was spectacular, a custom-made, two-tier chocolate creation, and the atmosphere in the packed restaurant corner was everything a parent could want for their child's 25th birthday. I, Daniel a 50-year-old software engineer, stood beaming with pride, having just paid the nearly $1,000 bill for the celebration, waiting for the moment my son, Leo would give his toast. I watched as he tapped the microphone, his eyes scanning the tables, stopping deliberately on me, and then shifting to his stepfather, Richard **. Then came the moment of the toast, the moment of pure, shocking, public humiliation. Leo looked at the crowd, held up his glass, and began his thanks. He first introduced Richard, his mother's husband, as **, the only man who ever truly taught me how to be a man, my real dad. Then, his gaze swept back to me, the man who raised him, who paid for his college, and with a tight, dismissive smile, he introduced me to the 30 assembled guests as **, Daniel, my mother's ex-husband. Not my father, not dad, just my mother's ex-husband. A cold, legalistic definition that stripped me of every ounce of paternal right and public identity, right there on his birthday. The core conflict landed like a punch to the gut, leaving me dizzy with betrayal. Do I, Daniel, the biological father who sacrificed everything, swallow the insult, smile weakly, and retreat quietly, thereby accepting this new, diminished, and frankly cruel role that Leo had publicly assigned me? Or do I immediately expose the entire, selfish, and financially motivated deception Leo and his mother, Sarah had been executing for years, detailing the immense financial price I'd paid for that real dad to have his comfortable life, and publicly detonate the very foundations of the comfortable reality they'd built with my money? Was I wrong to value the truth and my dignity over my son's public comfort? Tell me honestly, would you have pretended not to hear the insult, or would you have demanded the respect you'd earned? To truly grasp the exquisite pain of that betrayal, you need to understand the elaborate financial scaffolding that Leo and Sarah's current life was built upon. Scaffolding I had financed. Sarah and I divorced 12 years ago. It was an amicable split, primarily due to drifting apart, but the custody agreement for Leo, who was 13 at the time, remained financially simple. I kept the house, and I was responsible for **100% of Leo's education, medical, and extracurricular expenses, while Sarah's primary contribution was the dated care. This wasn't court-ordered. It was my choice, a guarantee to ensure Leo's life remained stable and privileged despite the divorce. 3 years after the divorce, Sarah married Richard. Richard, a charming and affable man, worked in middle management at a marketing firm. He was financially secure, but not wealthy. He was the quintessential fun stepfather, easygoing, good at sports, and crucially, never had to worry about the cost of anything for Leo, because I was covering it all. I paid for Leo's private high school, his international backpacking trips, and most recently, his entire $200,000 college degree at a prestigious state university. A fact that Richard was always quick to exploit for social points without contributing a dime. The emotional shift started subtly around the time Leo turned 20. Richard began actively campaigning for the dad title. He'd intercept my calls, start all holiday cards with love, Mom and Dad Richard, and began taking credit for Leo's professional successes. I didn't push back, assuming Leo knew the truth. After all, I had worked 2 jobs for years to ensure his college graduation debt-free, while Richard simply taught him how to golf. Leo had recently landed a highly sought-after job thanks to his pristine education, and he was currently negotiating the purchase of his first apartment, a process I was quietly advising and financially prepping for. I had set aside a $50,000 graduation gift, earmarked for his down payment, which I planned to give him privately after the birthday dinner. The money was sitting in an escrow account, ready to transfer. The birthday dinner itself was a testament to my ongoing role. When Leo decided on the expensive downtown venue, I, without hesitation, told him to send me the full bill, which, as mentioned, was nearly $1,000, not including the pricey wine Richard had casually ordered. The guest list was crucial. It was packed with Leo's new professional circle, his fiancée Melissa's family, who I knew thought highly of me, and crucially, Richard's family and business peers. Leo's introduction of Richard as my real dad, and me as my mother's ex-husband, was not just an emotional snub. It was a carefully calculated social maneuver. It was designed to publicly solidify Richard's high-status position as the successful father who financed the education, and to neatly sideline me, the true financier, into a non-entity who was only there to pay the bills. The entire party, the venue, the cake, and the future down payment were all based on the premise that I was an endless, passive financial resource, and they were trying to cement the credit for my efforts with Richard's name. The room's reaction was immediate. Melissa's parents looked confused and uncomfortable, clearly realizing the sudden, public family drama. Richard beamed with triumphant vindication, soaking up the respect. Sarah gave me a tight, warning look that dared me to speak. I stood there, the nearly $1,000 receipt still warm in my pocket. I looked at Leo, the son I loved more than life, and saw not gratitude, but a cold, transactional selfishness mirrored perfectly in his mother's eyes. The pain was replaced by a dangerous, surgical clarity. If I was only the mother's ex-husband, then I had absolutely no obligation to fund the life of the real dad's son. I waited until the applause for Richard died down. I took a deep breath. "Leo," I said, my voice cutting through the remaining chatter, calm and clear, but edged with the sound of breaking glass. "That was a lovely toast. Before we cut that beautiful cake, I just need to clarify something for your new friends, for Melissa's family, and especially for Richard's peers. I didn't yell. I didn't insult. I simply stated the facts. Richard is indeed your mother's husband, and I'm glad he's taught you how to golf. But since we are defining roles today, allow me to define mine." I walked slowly to the microphone, retrieved the receipt from my pocket, and held it up. "I am Daniel, the mother's ex-husband I announced, meeting Leo's now panicked gaze. "And as the mother's ex-husband, I have no legal or moral obligation to fund the family of my ex-wife's current husband." I looked directly at Richard, who was now sweating profusely. "Richard, if you are Leo's real dad, I'm sure you will appreciate that as the father who raised him, I will be immediately transferring all future financial responsibility for his life, including his forthcoming apartment down payment to you." Leo's face went utterly white. "Dad, wait, what are you doing?" I ignored him, still speaking to the room. "The party tonight, a beautiful, near $1,000 event, has been my final act as a father. I just paid the bill. I paused, letting that sink in. Effective immediately, the $50,000 down payment fund I had reserved for Leo's apartment is canceled, and that escrow will be liquidated. As the ex-husband, my financial duties are concluded. I'm sure the *** real dad ** will step up to cover that $50,000 down payment. He's had a few years to save up, after all. The room exploded. The applause that had been for Richard turned into confused, panicked murmuring. Richard was on his feet, his charm shattered, yelling, "Daniel, this isn't funny." Sarah was rushing towards me, her eyes spitting fire. "It is not a joke, Sarah," I told her, my voice still deadly calm. "It's called **, defining the relationship **. I am your ex-husband. My financial relationship with Leo is now exactly that, ***. I dropped the mic onto the table. I grabbed my jacket and walked out of the restaurant, leaving the three of them, Leo, Sarah, and the real dad Richard, to face the collective shock and the sudden, massive $50,000 financial void I had created. The beautiful chocolate cake, the expensive wine, and the triumph of the real dad had all turned to ash. So that's the situation I was in. I had just publicly shamed my son and my ex-wife and cut off the financial security blanket that Leo had relied on his entire adult life, all because he chose to erase me in public. The sudden financial void was catastrophic for their plans. My choice was terrifying. Do I prioritize the emotional reconciliation, wait until the morning, and offer Leo a compromise? Perhaps half the down payment, allowing them a chance to regroup and me a small path back to being dad? Or do I execute a swift, irrevocable, and highly public legal maneuver right now, immediately transferring that $50,000 down payment into a trust for my future retirement, sending them a final, certified letter of financial disengagement, thereby guaranteeing their absolute, immediate, and permanent reliance on real dad, Richard? Before I tell you what happened next, I want you to pause and comment below what you would have done in my shoes. Would you have chosen the path of compromise, or the swift, devastating maneuver of permanent financial disengagement? Seriously, let me know what choice you would have made right there. I chose the swift, devastating maneuver of ** permanent financial disengagement **. The insult was not just emotional. It was a calculated public move to assign my financial credit to another man. Compromise would only teach Leo that my dignity was worth exactly half the price of his apartment, and that betrayal would be forgiven for a large enough check. I needed absolute, irreversible finality. The moment I got home, I called my long-time financial manager, **MS. Kim **. I told her the entire story. She was appalled. Together, we executed the maneuver in the early hours of the morning. The $50,000 down payment fund ** was immediately transferred and merged into my long-term retirement savings trust, legally earmarking it as inaccessible. By 9:00 a.m., a certified letter, drafted by Ms. Kim's legal team, was sent to Sarah and Leo, outlining the official, immediate termination of all voluntary financial support, citing Leo's public statement that Richard was his real dad. As the legal justification for redefining my financial relationship, the response was exactly what I expected: a tidal wave of panic and fury. Leo was the first to call, not with an apology, but with hysterical accusation. "How could you do this? You know Richard can't afford $50,000. You're trying to destroy my life." "No, Leo. I replied, my voice steady. Richard is your real dad. If he is truly the man who taught you how to be a man, he will find a way to finance your adulthood. My duty as your mother's ex-husband is to my own retirement. I'm preserving my life, just as you preserved your own public image. He didn't mention the words real dad again. Sarah and Richard's reaction was equally desperate. They tried to appeal to my fatherly duty. I simply referred them to the certified letter. Richard, the real dad, was now staring down the barrel of a $50 down payment and the financial embarrassment of having his business associates, who were at the party, witness the collapse of his financial facade. The pressure on him was immense and immediate. The aftermath was brutally satisfying. Richard and Sarah. The planned apartment purchase was immediately cancelled. Richard's peers, who were present at the party, suddenly became wary of investing in anything he promoted, suspecting financial instability. Richard's professional reputation, already shaky, was significantly damaged. The financial pressure led to intense conflict in their marriage, as Sarah realized her husband was financially incompetent and couldn't replace the support I provided. Leo. He was forced to move back into the house with his mother and Richard. The promised new job required him to live closer to the city, forcing a massive, embarrassing downgrade in his plans. The realization hit him that Richard's dad role was purely symbolic and fun, while my ex-husband role was the one that provided genuine, massive financial security. His fiancée, Melissa, was deeply concerned about his family's entitlement and the instability, leading to significant strain in their relationship. I never initiated contact, maintaining the role of the ex-husband, who had concluded his financial duties. Standard of PER rearmament FECTION fund was secure, and my dignity was intact. 6 months later, Leo called, his voice subdued. He didn't apologize for the public insult, but he did apologize for taking things for granted. He asked if I would consider loaning him $50 to buy an old car to commute to his job. I can't lend you money, Leo, I said. As your mother's ex-husband, that's not my duty, but I am still your mother's ex-husband and I will not let Richard fail in his new role. Perhaps you should ask your real dad for the loan. It was the final, unanswerable checkmate. I look back on that night not with bitterness, but with the grim satisfaction that I forced my adult son and my manipulative ex-wife to acknowledge the truth. My value wasn't transactional, and you don't get to accept the check while erasing the identity of the person who wrote it. The pain of the betrayal was worth the cost of the freedom. I never attended another one of Leo's birthdays. The $50 remains secure. I saved my future, and I taught my son a lesson in respect he desperately needed to learn, even if it cost him his apartment. Like this video if you think Daniel was right to turn the $50 down payment into his own retirement fund. Subscribe for more stories about financial betrayal and demanding the respect you deserve. And please, share your final thoughts on this whole mess in the comments section below. Do you think Leo will ever truly accept the consequences of his words? I'll see you all in the next story.